Building a home gym can be very overwhelming, but it can also be simple. You can make it super expensive, or you can make it super cheap. As you'll find out in this video, I am very cheap.
Anyway, I'm broke.
And during my process of building a home gym, I've made lots of mistakes. Mistakes that I can tell you so you don't make the same ones. Some things are just essential and you need them, but some things you don't really need and you won't find out that you don't need them until you actually buy them. So in order to save you some money, let's go ahead and talk about all the things that I've bought in my home gym journey. So first up, we have a very essential piece of equipment, a power rack. The type of power rack that you decide to buy depends on what you want to be able to do with your power rack. Something that's really important to me is cable movements. So I wanted a power rack that had an adjustable pulley system, specifically a cable crossover type of adjustment. This allows me to do pec flies and cable curls, tricep pushdowns, rows, and all sorts of different workouts. These are absolutely essential for the type of training that I like to do. A traditional power rack gives you the options of doing squat, bench press, incline press, shoulder press, all different types of traditional compound movements. So in this scenario, you need to think about what training you like to do. What do you want your power rack to include and what's important to you? And to be completely transparent, I didn't pay a penny for this power rack.
What? How?
It was sent to me by a company in exchange for some video reviews that I did a while back. Clearly, I'm not some big influencer, so you don't have to have a huge following in order to get free stuff sometimes. But there are things that I did pay for that I wish I would have taken a different route on.
You messed up.
One of those things being the barbell that I chose. I didn't do a whole lot of research before starting to buy home gym equipment, and I ended up buying a standard barbell that weighed only 15 pounds and some standard weights, so 1-inch plates over the 2-inch Olympic size. Thinking back on it, I was in a rush to get some weights and be able to work out at home, and I didn't want to wait until I had enough money or enough time to get something shipped in that would have been more beneficial to this day. If I could go back in time, I would have bought a 7-foot Olympic barbell and some Olympic size plates. Personally, for me, I like the look of bumper style plates, but I prefer the traditional style and sizes of regular plates, especially ones that have holes or grips so you can use things like a dip belt, or you can use them for different exercises that aren't specifically for putting on the barbell. Olympic plates and barbells are pretty much standard in today's workout equipment, so no matter what you're buying in the future, those plates and barbells will most likely fit whatever you're trying to use them for. Unfortunately for me, I decided to get standard versions of everything, and not all equipment accommodates those sizes. So we've knocked down 2 essentials, your power rack and your barbell. The next on the essential list is an adjustable bench. The reason you should go for an adjustable bench over a standard flat bench is because you can do different movements with a single bench. So you can do seated positions, so you can do different types of curls and presses overhead. You can do incline presses, you can do ab workouts. So having something that is adjustable is very beneficial. Even though it looks a little weird, I really like to have these leg attachments on here as well because I can now do leg extensions and hamstring curls. These 2 movements give me a little bit more variation for my leg training, so I really love having it. I wouldn't say the bench that I got is a mistake, but it did come with my very first power rack, which I will say wasn't necessarily a mistake. It was a great beginner power rack, but didn't have all of the capabilities and things that I was looking for. The pull-up bar that was mounted on there wasn't that great. It was really only good for chin-ups. And then the 2 different positions for the cable pulley were great for a lat pull down in a row and maybe curls, but they didn't accommodate all the different movements that I wanted. It was difficult to do face pulls. I couldn't do any pec fly movements or anything like that. So it was definitely a limiting factor for my training, but it did come with this great adjustable bench. So that was definitely a perk, but it wasn't worth all the money that I spent on it. Next on the essential list is going to be adjustable dumbbells. You can go out and you can buy a bunch of different weights for dumbbells, but it's going to be a whole lot cheaper, cost effective, and space saving if you just get yourself some nice adjustable dumbbells. Personally, I went with the MX85s. Not only is this the most expensive piece of equipment that I've ever purchased, but I think it's the most worth it piece of equipment that I've purchased so far. They go from 12.5 all the way up to 85 pounds, so it covers a huge range of weight and helps me to do all sorts of different exercises. With just a bench and dumbbells, you can do pretty much an entire body workout, but adding in the squat rack and the barbell really makes it a full home gym. One thing that I absolutely love having is these little puzzle piece maps. You can kind of build it in any way that you need to in order to set up your gym equipment. It just gives you and the ground a little bit of barrier in between your equipment, and it's something nice to stand on while you're working out. I can lay down on it and do exercises that I wouldn't normally want to do if I was just laying on my gym floor. And you can get them for super cheap on Amazon or even on Temu for even cheaper. So let's go back in time and pretend that I'm building my home gym for the very first time. I would go on Amazon and I would search up a cable crossover power rack. From there, I'd do a bunch of research, reading reviews and watching videos to figure out which one best suited my needs. Some even come with a barbell, weights, and an adjustable bench in one package. You certainly don't have to do that. You can look for these things separately, but it might save you some money. It does not have to be expensive to be the right piece of equipment for you. This power rack that I have is super cheap. It's not made the best, but it functions just the way I need it to, and it doesn't hold me back in any way. After purchasing the power rack, I would look into barbell and weights, get myself an adjustable bench, and some adjustable dumbbells. Personally, I would wait until I had all the money for everything. If I only had a little bit of money, I would definitely just get an adjustable bench and some good adjustable dumbbells. Like they say, buy it nice or buy it twice. So if you only have enough money for those two things, just start off with that.
Maybe you should take your own advice.
The power rack and the barbell, I would say get together. If you have a way to transport workout equipment, then I would definitely say check out Facebook Marketplace or any used markets that are nearby. The reason that I recommend Amazon first is because it is very expensive to hire somebody or to rent transport equipment. U-Haul usually says it's $20 to rent a truck, but it ends up being closer to $100 after you have to put gas in it, get the insurance, and all that nonsense. Not only that, you're gonna have to ask a couple buddies to help you move everything. It just becomes a whole ordeal and you waste an entire day just trying to get things to your house, and you don't even know if you're getting a good piece of used equipment. But if you've done the research on the equipment and you found something for a good deal, like I said, you have a way to transport it, it can be a great way to save money. Specifically for barbells and weights, I would 100% say that checking out the used market is the best way to do that. Your weights don't have to look pretty, it's just gonna be in your own home, so don't worry about that, and it could save you a ton of money. I would be a little bit more wary about adjustable dumbbells, but as long as you can select each weight and test it out before you make the purchase, you shouldn't have any issues with that either. If an entire home gym is $1,000 brand new, you might be able to get it for $1,500, $1,250, or maybe even $1,000 on a used market. Just make sure that everything is working properly and it's truly what you want. The biggest thing about building your home gym is that it's yours. So you have to get the style of equipment that you want and what's gonna make you happy and what's gonna allow you to grow in your gym. Working out is all about consistency, so you want to make it an environment that makes you happy and is conducive to you continuing to work out, getting stronger, getting more fit, and leading a happier and healthier lifestyle. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the video. Drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.